Hey guys, this is Courtney. Y'all, I know I sound a little raspy, but hang in there with me this morning. This is my 8 a.m. study session. My coffee or my tea with Jesus, as you would. And as I was studying, God just led me to record this at this exact moment as He led me. I was preparing my day and just releasing my words as God lead me on YouTube for the day. And He already had me releasing a word previously. The previous word before this, I had pre-recorded that word on February the 2nd. And for whatever reason, I hadn't had a chance to get it out yet. So as I'm going back through it, God brought me back to that word this morning. And as I'm going through it and really just preparing it, because God's telling me to release this word today. And as I'm releasing this word, He brings me, and I'm going into, because apparently I'm going into the Bible just to, go in and get a little deeper. And I'm at Ezekiel 36 again, guys. So God brought me to Ezekiel 36 again. This is like the second time. The first time was in February the 2nd. So here I am. And as I'm thinking about, I was searching for just this, I was searching for what verse it was that I was supposed to go to in Ezekiel. And as I look down at my phone, it says, this is the NLT version. I haven't had a chance to check out some of the other versions yet, but this one is the NLT version, and it says, this is 36:1. Son of man, prophesy to Israel's mountains. Give them this message. O mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. All right, y'all. Y'all know the enemy be messing with y'all when you be trying to get a word out for God. We gonna rebuke it in the name of Yeshua. God, cover us. Let it be all of you and none of me, God. Okay. It says, I'm at 36:2. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Your enemies have taunted you, saying, aha, now the ancient heights belong to us. Therefore, son of man, give the mountains of Israel this message from the sovereign Lord. Your enemies have attacked you from all directions, making you the property of many nations and the object of much mocking and slander. Therefore, O mountains of Israel, hear the word of the sovereign Lord. He speaks to the hills and mountains, ravines and valleys, and to ruined waste, long deserted cities that have been destroyed and mocked by the surrounding nations. This is what the sovereign Lord says. My jealous anger burns against these nations, especially Edom, because they have shown utter contempt for me by gleefully taking my land for themselves as plunder. Therefore, prophesy to the hills and mountains, the ravines and valleys of Israel. This is what the sovereign Lord says. I am furious with you that you have suffered shame before the surrounding nations. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I have taken a solemn oath that those nations will soon have their own shame to endure. But the mountains of Israel will produce heavy crops of fruit for my people, for they will be coming home again soon. See, I care about you, and I'll pay attention to you. Your ground will be plowed and your crops planted. I will greatly increase the populations of Israel, and the ruined cities will be rebuilt and filled with my people. I will increase not only the people, but also your animals. O mountains of Israel, I will bring people to live on you once again. I will make you even more prosperous than you were before. Then you will know that I am the Lord. I will cause my people to walk on you once again, and you will be their territory. You will never again rise rob them of their children. This is what the sovereign Lord says. The other nations taunt you, saying Israel is a land that devours its own people and robs them of their children. But you will never again devour your people or rob them of their children, says the sovereign Lord. I will not let you hear those other nations insult you, and you will no longer be mocked by them. You will not be a land that causes its nations to fall, says the sovereign Lord. Then the further message comes to me from the Lord. Son of man, when the people of Israel were living in their own land, they defiled it by their evil way they lived. To me, their conduct was as unclean as a woman's menstrual cloth. They polluted the land with murder and the worship of idols. So I poured out my fury on them. I scattered them to many lands to punish them for the evil way that they lived. But when they were scattered among the nations, they brought shame on my holy name. For the nations said, these are the people of the Lord, but he couldn't keep them safe in his own land. Then I was concerned for my holy name, on which the people brought shame amongst the nations. Therefore, give the people of Israel the message from the sovereign Lord. I am bringing you back, but not because you deserve it. I am doing it to protect my holy name, on which you brought shame while you were scattered among the nations. I will show how holy my great name is, the name on which you brought shame among the nations. And when I reveal my holiness through you, your very eyes, says the sovereign Lord, that the nations will know that I am the Lord. For I will gather you up from among the nations and bring you home again to your land. Then I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you will be clean, and your filth will be washed away, and you will no longer worship idols. And I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit in you, and I will take out your stony, stubborn heart, and I'll give you a tender, responsive heart, and I will put my spirit in you, so that you will follow my decrees and be careful to obey my regulations. And when you live in Israel, the land that I gave your ancestors long ago, you will be my people, and I will be your God. I will cleanse you of your filthy behavior. I will give you good crops of grain. I will send no more famines on your land. I will give you great harvest from your fruit trees and fields, and never again will you be surrounded. Nations be able to scoff at your land for its famines. Then you will remember your past sins and despise yourself for all the detestable things you did. But remember, says the sovereign Lord, I am not doing this because you deserve it. O my people of Israel, you should be utterly ashamed of all you've done. This is what the sovereign Lord says. When I cleanse you from your sins, I will repopulate your cities, and the ruins will be rebuilt. The field that used to lie empty and desolate in a plain view of everyone will again be formed. And when I bring you back, people will say, the former wasteland is now like the Garden of Eden. The abandoned and ruined cities now have strong walls and are filled with people. Then the surrounding nations that survive will know that I, the Lord, have rebuilt the ruins and replanted the wasteland. For I, the Lord, have spoken, and I will do what I say. This is what the sovereign Lord says. I am ready to hear Israel's prayers and to increase their number like a flock. They will be like numerous as the scattered flocks that fill Jerusalem's streets at the times of her festivals. The ruined cities will be crowded with people once more, and everyone will know that I am the Lord. Guys, I just want to give that a second. I'm going to call this one part 1. I'll get into part 2 of everything that I really felt God downloading into me during the reading, and I'll share that in part 2. I'll meet you guys back there soon, and I'll talk to you guys soon.